Well, Sunday morning, you can tell it's still raining. All looks good in here. I haven't hit the feed barn yet. Maury called me while I was brushing my teeth, so I didn't answer my phone. But they got a hold of Ty. So she's headed home. I'm still not sure why she's been spending every night out here, but I'll tell you what, it's been kind of nice because she's been doing night checks. Problem is, when she stays out here, she doesn't get up very early. Except this morning. So, anyway, apparently they have a dead calf at home this morning. And the cow won't get up, or can't get up. Sounds like a first timer. She wasn't sure which one it was, I don't know. So, she's going to go home and see what they can do there. Awesome thing to have one that won't get up on a Sunday morning to begin with. Could be calcium deficiency, aka milk fever. Could just be she laid there in labor too long and the nerves are pinched and she can't physically get up that way. I don't know. So, she's going to take care of that. But yes, I'm up later than normal and it did this crap all night and the wind blew and it blew around the trailer in ways that it hasn't done before. I keep my window cracked like a quarter to a half an inch. Guess what? It was blowing into my face. This is the window by the bed, by the way. It was blowing straight in my face half the time last night. How can it? I don't get it. And this stuff started after lunch yesterday, and there's 3/4 of an inch in the rain gauge. But the way the wind was blowing, there's no way in hell all of it got in there. Especially since it looks more like we got 1.5 inches the way things look. So, anyway, I'm going to finish drinking cows. I can't even get my coffee because I haven't got that far. I just knew that since Maury had called, I needed to make sure she was up and try to get a hold of him. No, it's not that cold, but the wind is. Oh, I don't see anything going on out here besides everybody just eating. Yeah, I know, there's not a lot in there, but there's enough. There's actually still plenty in there, but this means we feed today. Hopefully the wind ain't blowing too much when we feed, because I dislike opening that door when the wind's blowing. And you don't want to be in there when the wind's blowing either, because it comes on an angle and chaff goes everywhere. Oh, hey, there's your first 3.5 minutes of the day. Hope your Sunday's going well. Brady, are you leaving these two in here? Red! Yeah, that went sideways. Rainey was gently moving calves out. Then I thought, oh, I should be getting that on video, because she does a really good job of being gentle with them. Until Red and Blue come in. Red has a affliction with thinking he absolutely has to get a hold of something. And he also has to get in the way every time. And our wonderful weather, I'm thinking the neighbors had something blow away, because I just checked barns and didn't find anything here. Other than, I have to walk over here, I guess. That's all wet. There's where we usually get a little drippy in here, because that's where the two rough lines come together. But it's wet way, way away from where normal. I mean, it's blowing way up. And yeah, it's raining in here. No, I heard what sounded like a chunk of barn tin taking off, but so I'm going to guess it might have been the neighbors. I know one thing, it didn't come toward us if it was his, And if it was ours, well, he might be wearing it. But I haven't found anything missing yet. And I started back here where I heard it. No zoomies. Such a nice freaking day. We just fed in the feed barn. And Ty rolled her freaking ankle on the stack in the back barn. We were half done, so that took a little while longer. While I was praying the wind didn't tear the door off the barn. Left the bucket in back there because that's where it's got to be anyway, and put the pallet forks back on because I'm going to move these 2 bales of straw up there at some point. And we're getting close to where we got to figure out what to do here. I put those in from over there. If I can get them out the way I want to or not. I might have to put the grapple on so I can get a hold of them and drag them out. We'll see. But at any rate, I'm really surprised with there's 2 or 3 that been really close to calving, and the low that come in last night and this morning, I'm surprised they didn't calve. But that is what it is. They're going to do it when they're going to do it. There's one right there we're kind of watching. And another one was standing there. Although we are kind of watching the old lady there too. But it is what it is. One of them in this pen is still due now. Not that she's really showing too much, but anyway. Time change sucks too, by the way, but according to my watch, I'm still on yesterday's time, but according to my phone, it's lunchtime. And I've been out in this crap long enough, so I'm going to go find a spot where the wind ain't blowing. Tries to go in one ear and out the other and just creates a whistle and spins my eyeballs around.
Callie, she's not going to hurt you.
Ty's trying to get a little helper to check this cow. It's the one who's lame on her right front.
Let her get, just stand there. She's not going to hurt you.
And yeah, she don't want to put any weight on it. So, we're going to get in there and see if we can get her over to the other end. See what we can find, because I don't see anything swelled up on her. Don't see a reason for it yet, but she's definitely hurting. We'll probably put her in a maternity pen and leave her in there. That way she doesn't have to walk far for food and water. Zoom you in. Yep. She just opened the gate. Yeah, a little early maybe. I hate time change. Screws us up, screws cows up. But they're headed in there. And these ladies are over here yet. Nice lump on her face. Thought about trying to catch her today, see if we could find a soft spot in it, but yeah, there's tomorrow. And of course Minnie, who has to get milked out a little for another day or two. And 722E, she's one of the 4 we treated for pneumonia yesterday. She's the one who was limping this morning. It's her right front. She was actually pretty good. I didn't want to take a chance of putting her in the headlocks and having a chance of her going down, because the modifications we made to the headlock so that it works where we don't have the feed area lower than the headlock. The down cow position does not work very well. And last thing I wanted to break her neck. So we just tied her with a halter up here. And she was good. She let Ty hold her hoof up. And I tried doing a little digging. It's got a ridge between the toes that was touching, but that's not it. I think it may actually be she needs her hooves trimmed. She's broke down on them a little bit. Needs to be standing up on her toes more, but you got to do some trimming for that. So for right now, that's what she has, is that space she's in. There's a water trough there by the head gate for her. Hay's right there. Yeah, she can't go nowhere. She's on where there's the least amount of straw to walk in. best footing for her, so she's not trying to walk in that shit or out in the lot and trying to go to the feed barn. About all we could do for her. We cleaned stuff up and felt, and right at the coffin bone, between the hoof and the dew claw, right in there, it feels like she may have cracked something. But that's also why I'm kind of wondering if she hasn't. Her hooves just aren't wore off enough on the front, and she's sitting on the back too much, because that can stretch things out and kind of do the same thing. And she could have moved wrong in here. She could have got pushed, could have got banged against something, could have got stepped on. Anything could have happened. So she got some Banamine to help her feel better, and we got some aspirin in the fridge. For cows, you get powdered aspirin. It's apple flavor. I think what we got is apple flavored anyway. It usually is. We may mix a little of that in with her cream tomorrow and help her. It's cheaper and easier than giving her a shot of Banamine every day. And Banamine really only works 12 hours anyway. Give her a dose of aspirin, and it may or may not work longer than that, but it'll at least help her feel better for a while. And I don't know if you've seen this yet, but yep, Blue's out there looking for some good stuff. Good thing he sleeps in the doghouse, not in the house. Old Butthead here, she finally dried up. She was out in the rain all morning being stupid, and it was nasty. It's bright at the moment, and the winds died way down. I did take a peek. The neighbor's greenhouse is still there, but man, I don't think it could have took any more. And if it wasn't for our hay barn being where it is, I don't think you'd have a greenhouse anymore. Because, it just let the wind go over it for the most part. But anyway, that's our Sunday. Oh, and these little buggers are going to get spooked. I decided, they try to get in with mommy and eat the other grains, so to help entice them in here, give them a little. Sure won't hurt them. They're old enough they can start using it a little. And yeah, I speak about the wind dying down, and it starts picking back up. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope everybody has a great week. I think it's supposed to be a little calmer tomorrow. It's still supposed to rain all week, last I heard, though. We'll see. Yeah, rainbow to end the day. I know where the end of that is. I don't think there's a pot of gold over there, though.